Good morning, good morning. Day 4 and 126 overall. How's it going, everybody? Well, I'm rested. I had a great day off yesterday on the 4th of July, Independence Day for people in the U.S. And I laid low. Actually, a lot of things in the town were closed, so I went to the store across the street and bought some food. I just chilled in my room, and I really needed. I normally would never take a zero that early, but I had to listen to my body. So I'm going to try to do this intro. Leaving Sierra City is formidable. It's 8 miles up and 2,770 feet of elevation gain. And you divide it out over 8 miles, it's not super bad. It's like 300 or 400 feet, but 350, something like that. But it's periods of flat, periods of steep, and a little bit of in between. But I am 2.37 miles into it. It was so steep I couldn't do an intro until I got to a semi-okay place. So I'll try to keep this quick. First, I filmed it yesterday. I'm going to show you it right here. My first resupply by Shauna Matheny. Shauna, that was so awesome. I'm going to show the video here, right here. Hey guys, well it's time to go through my first resupply box that was sent to me. And this one, I can't thank her enough. It feels heavy, so we'll see what's in there. And we're going to do the unboxing right now. Is Shauna Matheny. I want to thank you so much for taking the time and the expense to send this to me. I can't wait to look and see what's in it. If I can't use it all, I'll definitely give it. There's a bunch of hikers here, so I'll give it to some other hikers, but I appreciate it. I've got about a 72, I didn't look exactly, 72 to 75 mile section. It's going to be some pretty steep and some sketchy snowy areas. So I think I'm going to only be able to do about maybe 15 a day at the most. So it's going to take about 4 or 5 days for me, depending on the terrain and the snow levels. But without further ado, let's go through it, okay? So got my trusty pocket knife. Let's get into it. Oh, a little card. We'll go for that at the end. All right, so one of the key things that she sent me, gallon Ziploc for garbage, a couple actually, and some freezer quartz backs for the food to repackage some of the stuff. So thank you, that's better than you can imagine. Wow, holy smokes. Okay, so I'm gonna get some of this. Let me just take a second and look at what's here. Green superfoods, this is antioxidants, and it's sweet berry. Thank you. Got 4 of those babies. Got 4. I told you I can't eat regular Clif Bars anymore, but I can eat the nut butter ones. They're filled with nut butter. These are really good. Thank you so much. Oh yeah, banana chips. Love these. A little dessert. We got some gummies. Love gummies. Oh wow, thank you so much. Almonds. Love almonds. Seriously. Hopefully I'm getting my appetite back too. I can finish all this. This is huge right here. I love cheese. This is awesome. What kind is this? Baby Bell. Monterey Jack. Wow, I've never actually seen that. So thank you so much. Okay, to go with the coffee, and this is huge. So I have 4 coffees, and then I always put it breakfast essentials from Carnation. It just helps. It acts like creamer and stuff. It gives me a little bit of nutrients and vitamins and calories. Oh wow, look at this. Justin's peanut butter packs. These are the way I like doing it instead of carrying a big jar. Love these. These are peanut butter. Then I like these too. They're hard to find, but they are at Walmart, but the splits. And what's cool about these, I found these by accident in a hiker box. They have almond or peanut butter. This is almond and strawberry. So basically you fold them in half, you tear the top off, and you can squeeze them like this and eat it, which I do, or on a tortilla. Oh yeah, my favorite. That's gonna go in one of the Ziplocs. Got corn chips, of course, Fritos. See, we got some pepperoni slices that go with the Baby Bell cheese. That'll be great. And the money shot here with the tortillas. Thank you so much. I usually do about 2 every day, so I'll make sure I bring enough. Oh wow, holy smokes! Cracked pepper turkey jerky, and the best part is it's soft. Thank you so much for that. I have sensitive teeth, so hard jerky doesn't work for me, and it gets stuck on my teeth too. Thank you so much. I'm excited about that. I got, oh wow, 4 tuna packets. These are great. Thank you. These are awesome. A couple more dinners. We got ramen, which I love, and I can add the tuna in there or some of the meat, whatever I want in there. Last couple things, and really the last thing is a dinner, a little dessert for every dinner. Yes. Thank you. Shauna, you killed it. What can I say? Shauna, aka Dory, thank you so much for the kind note too. That means a lot to me. It's really nice, you know, when you're out here, You know, there's other hikers out here, and like I'm in a hotel, and the guy and his wife that run this are pretty nice. But you know, I'm mostly by myself on trail and here, so to get little notes like this and just this kind of kindness is really appreciated. So thank you so much. Sorry if this is too long, but it's my very first box of the year, and I'm super stoked about it. Thank you, Sean, and thank you guys for watching that. Now back to the hike. What can I say? Awesome job. I love the note card too. That meant a lot to me. Thank you so much. There's no way I could have eaten that much in 4.5 days. So I did give some other hikers. So I wanted you to know that I took all the good stuff, and some people were very grateful for it, saving them some money here. So you helped many hikers, probably about 4 more hikers besides me. So thank you very much, Shauna. It was like a little bit of Christmas in a box. Okay, so today, over this section, let's go over this. I'm going from Sierra City to Quincy. It's 72.5 miles. I'm gonna try to do it in 4 days, but I might roll in on the 5th day, so it gives me the whole day. Maybe, I don't know if I'll get a room, but maybe instead of doing a 0, roll in the morning sometime, depending on how hard this. There's gonna be some tough sections where I'm not gonna get big miles in, but if I can roll in either end of the 4th day, but most likely the 5th morning, spend the whole day there, get a room, and get on trail the next morning. So, kind of like a 24-hour break. But it's gonna be, I got this big climb, and then I'm gonna do another. That's 8. I'm gonna do another, I don't know, another 8 or so. I don't know exactly. As soon as I get done with the 8, go another half mile or so, and there's a ridge that's supposedly maybe clear, maybe not clear, but it could be iffy. So I'm gonna maybe take the road that's parallel to it. It's a truck road, and it's parallel to, so it almost doesn't, it's a little shorter, but not much. But I may do that just to play it safe. It's not much elevation change. It's just, it might have snow on it, but it's a truck road, and it connects back to the PCT, and then I might do a little more. Tomorrow is the big day for me, and I don't even know what's past that. I'll be at about, I'm starting at 1195, the mile marker 1195 this morning, and it's at 1222 point something. It's some very steep switchbacks, and some places where if you traverse and you slip, you go off a cliff. And that's what I talked about in the past videos. Just I have micro spikes, which will help. I have no way of self-arresting. I don't have an ice axe, so. But there's been some recent comments that have a really good path to to get around it. So I'm feeling much better about it now, but that's tomorrow. So that's gonna be my one pretty sketchy day. We can talk about that tomorrow. But besides that, I'm gonna try to do 14 to 16 today. It's just, I could do more, and I might do more, but this climb, thankfully it's early, but it's gonna slow me down. I might not get to the top till noon. I started at 6:02 this morning. Had a nice ride from the wife of the owner of the hotel. It was about 1.5 miles uphill to the trailer. I would have walked it. But, all right, so that's it. Thank you guys for coming along. Day 4, 126 overall. We're getting it done. Hey guys, well, I made it to the top. I'm just shy of it. Yeah, I thought it was 8 miles. It's 7.5 miles is to the top, and 2,770 feet. And I gotta be honest with you, as my son once said when he's little, he goes, Papa, you have a really bad memory, and I do. But I'm trying to think of, besides the big passes in the Sierras, this is the hardest one. I think I've even gone, and I'm going to have one that's a lot longer coming up. But so far, it was really hard. I think it's, it's steep. You just fill up your pack all the way, which is normal when you're leaving town, and you're going uphill the whole way. But the trail was, the first 2 miles were really nice in the forest there where we got water, just real pretty. It was in the shade, and then it was just a complete exposed. And I mean, of this, I would say 5 miles of just rocks on your feet, totally exposed in the sun, no breeze. The bushes, this really made it hard, believe it or not, is the bushes encroached the trail a lot. So, got scratched up a lot, which is not a big deal because I wear shorts, but it just slows you down. Everything slows you down. So I'm getting water here. I'm really feeling it. So I'm going to take a break for a little bit. Medically, I have something interesting that I'm not happy about, but I woke up with my middle left toe really swollen, and it hurts in one spot, but no matter which way I bend my leg and toes and everything, I can't see the spot. So I don't know if it's infected or whatever, but that played a part in how difficult it was to come up this hill. So I put some Leukotape on this morning, but I had weird shaped ones, and so it didn't go on right. So it started to bother me quite a bit halfway up, and it actually concerned me because I don't need something like this, taking me off the trail. So I stopped and I took it off and I kind of inspected it. It didn't look as bad as it felt. So this sounds weird, but I take some duct tape off my poles, and it's much stronger than that Leukotape, and put it on there, and it feels better. It still hurts every step, but it's not killing me. So I started to ramble, but that's where I am. I did that almost 8 miles in 4 hours. I stopped a lot, had to fix my toe. I stopped for water twice, and I had to stop for breathers a lot. I'm mad at myself for not being in better shape, but I know the kind of hiker I am inside me, and I don't feel it right now. It's just very tired and lethargic and sore. So I know myself, this happened the last 4 years, about 7 to 10 days into it, and I also lean down a little bit, I start to go, but it's very unenjoyable to go through this process until you start killing it. So anyway, thanks. There's snow. Hey. All right, not a bad view from my tent, Gold Lake. We're up on a plateau. There's the triplex. The wind's coming from the west towards the east, and that bluff's helping some. It's a little breezy. I searched everywhere. It was the only actual campsite I could find without having to spend 2 hours digging a new one. And the only problem I have is these are all nice fresh trees, but that one's pretty dead, and so is that one. And it may not look like it, but this one's leaning and the wind's blowing that way. If it fell, it would actually get caught by that tree. But these two are leaning towards me, and even though the wind's not blowing, it would fall right directly on me. So I'm not sure what else to do. I don't want to get on the road because I don't think the road's being used lately, but you don't know. So, and sometimes actually we saw a bunch of motorcycles, like dirt bikes, coming on these really fast. So I would hate for them not to see me and hit me in my tent. So that's where we are tonight. Hey guys, well that ends day 4, and man, I'm telling you what,
I'll tell you the best news is I did 18 miles. Started at 6:02 down there when we got the hitch from the Sierra City hotel or motel, whatever it is, to the trail. It was the first 7.5 miles were 2,770 feet up, and the hardest pass I've ever done, the most difficult. Just so much rocks, and I'm not talking Sierras, but everything else, and just exposure and just everything. Overgrown bushes. The trail needs to be trimmed back, all that stuff. And it just got hotter and hotter and hotter. And then I'll say this: it's my hardest day that I can remember. I told you I don't have the best memory, but I think it's my hardest day I've ever had. And it's partly because I'm not in shape, but it was because I climbed that mountain, and then I checked in with you, got some water at a spring, and I walked casually for about a half mile, and there's a really potentially sketchy area that's is the red line, the PCT, or you can take a Blue Blaze, and it's a ranger station road, whatever, ranger forest road, and it's parallel to it, but it was supposed to not hardly have any smooth and open, and not much elevation change. So I took that and didn't cheat and just paralleled the trail just to be safe, because there's supposedly some sketchy areas up on the PCT in that area. And it turned out to kick my rear end. I went down a little bit from the start, and it was the road was not really being used anymore, so it's in rough shape and a lot of blowdowns. But I showed some of it. But lots of snow. But it was like straight up almost the whole 5 miles. I did 5 miles, and I'm not lying. I'm like, what the heck? Every once in a while, I'd go over a ridge and go down about 100 feet, and then go right back up for a mile. And it's like I should be at Everest by now, as much as I was climbing. So I'd already climbed the 7.5, almost 3,000 feet. Then I had to climb, I'm going to check it out, but a couple thousand feet in that 5 mile section. And then I finally get to where it's flattish, roly-poly, and I'm only a few miles, from camp and stuff. I decided to push a little further up to where I am. And the last 9/10 of a mile, the trail's sideways. So the trail is cut into the side of the hill. So the trail is flat, but because it's buried in snow in the trees where it's not melting, the snow is like this. You saw it. I tried to show it to you. It never shows well enough. Super sketchy and dangerous. And it took me almost an hour to go 9/10 of a mile. So it was like the trail was just teasing me today. Every time I had a chance to get past the hard stuff and do something where I could cruise, it was hard. It was hard the whole day. Kicked my butt. These are the days that people don't talk about, but make doing a thru hike really hard. But I'm proud of myself. I did 18 miles. If you do 4 18-mile days, you can get. I was thinking I could get to Quincy in four days, but I think I'm going to make sure, unless something changes and I go faster, try to roll in on the 5th day so I have all day, and then maybe try to stay somewhere and then basically do a Nero and then get out the next day. But tomorrow's a rough day, and it's something I've been thinking about. I've talked to my friends about. These guys that watch know it's worried me. The next section, 9 miles from a very, very dangerous, sketchy part. The switchbacks are really steep down, and the first one switchback is dry, and the rest are buried in snow. And if you try to just walk across, if you slip, and I've said this before, I don't have an ice axe. I have my microspikes, which are greatly helping, but if you slip, there's one area you just go off a cliff. So the great thing is, while I was in town, some people that have gone through here recently, the last few days, have put some really detailed instructions on how to get through it. So I think I'm going to be okay. It's just that even if I make it okay, it's just very scary, and it's not enjoyable for me. I don't like having near-death experiences, and it's just not even enjoyable hiking. We're going to have to hike down a creek bed through bushes and mud and stuff to get around this cliff, and then follow it for like 2 miles in deep forest, and just all this stuff. And it's like, it's part of what you have to do, but it's very unenjoyable. And the snow, I'm proud of myself, because almost everybody who skipped the Sierra skipped this area too. So afterwards, when I'm done with it, I'll feel great. But right now, it's like I'm not happy that it's that difficult. And it's not that it's difficult, because difficult's difficult, but it's dangerous. I've already gone through some places. If I fell, it would have got greatly hurt. So tomorrow's the day I don't even know about. I've focused on this tomorrow since I started. I don't even know how the trail is after. I'll probably tomorrow night will read comments or ahead of me and see what. Hopefully the snow goes away. I don't know, but it's a very weird. It's like the trail's dry forever, and you go around the corner and there's nothing but a ton of snow. It makes no sense. It's a lot of north-facing side, but there's no consistency to it. So it's very weird. There's some total south-facing sides that are full of snow, but then other areas south-facing is not. So. But anyway, thanks for listening. I hope you enjoyed. I'm waiting for my Nora's rice side to hydrate. Thank you, Shauna. And that's all I got. Thanks for watching today. It was beautiful today. Just beautiful. Just the hardest day I've ever had. I'm hurt today. Hopefully I have enough energy tomorrow to get past all that stuff, but we'll see. See you in the morning.